I used to meet Miss Monument every Wednesday on the other bank of the river. Last Wednesday, we were looking at this side and we were trying to identify this window. And she told me, by the way, about window, I want to tell you a beautiful story. Oh yes, please. It's a story, of course, about window that I read in a book from, what was the name? Harry Bushman. Bushman. Two men, seriously ill, shared the same room at the hospital. One of them was allowed to sit every afternoon for 1 hour to help drain the liquid out of his lungs. His bed was closed by the room only one window. The other man was forced to lay on his back. The two started to be friends, to talk every day about everything. And one afternoon, the man by the window started to describe what he was seeing outside. The other man enjoyed so much the description of the man watching outside the window. What do you see today? And so, every day they do the same ritual. They call it their personal cinema. What do you see today? I see 3 children playing with a red ball, and there is a beautiful lady with a yellow raincoat passing by the baker, and there is a man waiting for her. Maybe he's his lover, and the bus 59 just stopped, and many people are getting off. There are businessmen and an old lady with her groceries and some students. One of them just lit a cigarette and he came to help the old lady, and the children stopped to play with the ball, and one of them is getting on the bus is leaving, there is a dog who's running behind the cat, and so on. One afternoon, the man by the window described a parade passing by, and the other man said, really, there is a band, my nephew is playing in the band. And the man by the window was describing the band so accurately that the other man has the impression to listen to the music. After some days, one morning, the nurse came in the room, and the man by the window was still asleep. He called him. He called him many times, no answer. He called again, she called, and nothing. So she measures his pulse, and unfortunately she discovered he was dead. He died peacefully in his sleep. After some time, when it seems appropriate, the other man asked to be moved by the window as well. And so he finally could see what was outside, but he discovered that the window was facing a blank wall. The man was astonished. And when the nurse came back to the room, he found him in the same position, staring at the grey wall, and he asked her, really, he was really looking every day, this blank wall, this grey wall. And she answered, not even that. Didn't he told you that he was blind? Mr. Chen is a man, is a man. Mr. Chen is a special man. He can count every number you tell. He memorizes faces and names. 850 in 36, 30,700. 924 in 6,2, 5,728,8. 1,763 minus 847, 916. 9,513 plus 3,726, 13,239. Mr. Chen is a man, is a man. Mr. Chen is a special man. He works hard every night, I can tell. He is the best guardian of the brothel. Every bad guy knows him very well. Everyone wants to hire this man for his beautiful memory, great memory, and his mathematical property and quality. Mr. Chen was very appreciated by everyone, especially by businessmen. Mr. Chen was involved with politicians, with bankers, with boards of directors, and therefore with money laundering and with criminal. Mr. Chen is a man, is a man. Mr. Chen is a special man. He was found by some dangerous man. They forced him to escape from this land. After spending his whole life counting, memorizing, recognizing faces and collecting so many information in his brain, Mr. Chen realized that his life was in danger. He realized that he knew too much. And like it happened in some movies, in order to save his own life, he was forced to escape. Mr. Chen is a man, is a man. Mr. Chen is a special man. The legends say that he took that boat or a similar boat to arrive through the river in Bangkok. Sorry. Says that he is living exactly in this area. In order to disappear, Mr. Chen changed his identity completely. Somebody says that he did a lot of plastic surgery and he was able, after some time, to change his gender. He is a lady now. Mr. Chen was a man, was a man. Mr. Chen was a special man. He changed life, name, gender as well. Mr. Chen was a man once again. Somebody asked, what is his name? And the legend says that the name of Chen is Alice! Today in the morning, exactly like Gregor Samsa, I woke up and I discovered that in my bed, while I was asleep, I was being transformed into a gigantic bug!
Profilo. Verso di qua. Verso di qua. Girati. Chiudo.
Sì.
Ah. Ok.
Siamo off?